Well, weather looks like it's cleared up a little bit. Sounds like there is a window. What are you hearing just in regard to how today could potentially play out?
I think early we should be fine, and then there might be something light as far as some weather, and then later on in the afternoon it starts to pick up. So hopefully we start on time and get as much of this game played as possible.
With Kershaw, of course, his last outing was shortened due to weather. What are you looking to see from him today, and does it pose it as a challenge just knowing that weather could potentially play in this one as well?
A little bit. I know he was a little kind of making jokes about him pitching again with weather looming. But I think today for me, the other day when he had the abbreviated start, I thought the stuff was good, albeit short, 2 innings. Just more of what he's done. I think the stuff has been good. Just the command, just to continue to harness that command, which I think he's very mindful of today, and go as long as he can.
How much has he had to adapt the way he attacks hitters, especially just with where his stuff is at right now, even when it is kind of playing up, kind of relative to where he's at? But has he had to change the way he goes after guys, even compared to the last couple of years?
You know what? He over the last couple of years, I think that he's been mindful of that, and also hitters nowadays are very in tune with game planning and tendencies. So I think that in itself calls for pitchers to kind of change the game plan. I do think that Clayton's throwing more changeups recently. I think the curveball introduced a little bit more, using the other side of the plate, and just trying not to be as predictable. So he's certainly mindful of that, absolutely.
Has he finally found a changeup that works for him at this point?
He does. He has. He trusts it. I do think that it's going to be a viable option for him just to get people off of his fastball and his slider.
Is it a split change? What did he end up with?
You know what? I think it's more circle versus a split change.
Okay. What's the plan for Shohei now for the pitching?
So today, Shohei's just going to go out there and play catch, and the expectation is he's going to do a live sometime this week. Right now, I can't speak to whether it's Saturday or Sunday, but he's going to face some hitters again this weekend. Well, I think I wouldn't have been that's not too far-fetched. I think that Luis, as a veteran pitcher, I think with that you sort of count on knowing what you're going to get from the player. And he's, very strong, physical, takes the baseball, always has. So I think that the reliability, durability, I think kind of comes into play. But I think as far as kind of, leverage, I think that's another question. He's kind of moved up the totem pole with some of the things that have happened with our pen guys. But it's nice to count on a guy that's a veteran and is proven.
Is he your most rubber-arm guy down there?
I would say him and Banda are probably the most resilient guys.
I have a random one for you. How do you know when you've done enough preparation personally, gone over enough scouting, lineup possibilities? Do you have a good sense of when you're overloading yourself? And is that a different?
I think that there's I think the main part of it is actually knowing your own players. I think for me is you can sort of fine tune tooth comb or whatever that saying is, with the opponents and tendencies and things like that. But at the end of the day, certainly in baseball, you just got to really know your players, and every matchup doesn't always play out as such. For me, I think trying to make all my players feel relevant and valued is the main thing over the course of a marathon season, and giving guys starts or innings and things like that. But there is a point, I think, that you can over kind of analyze things.
One team can afford to go down just because of the change in their pitching.
Yeah, changing the pitching, but also ready to enter at any point during the game. and but that's kind of the thought, and I want to make sure that Rojas gets a couple at bats, and then obviously get Kike a start as well.
I'm just so proud of this group. That was a tough 13-day stretch between our opponents, the weather, the delays, rainouts, doubleheader. Seemed like whenever we got punched in the mouth, we came right back, and that's who this group is. That was a team win today. Jonesy off the bench with 3 hits. Just different guys coming through. Bullpen was outstanding and lights out again. Colby giving us 4 great innings. Just a great team win. I think it speaks to the resilience of our group, and it's nice to end the 13 days on a high note like that.
What did you feel like Colby did so well to get you guys off on the right?
He pitched. Colby pitches. Hedgie called a great game for him. I think it's probably one of the most fun games Hedgie has to call. Colby 4 or 5 pitches where he can put him where he wants, but he kept him in between. Got swing and miss, got weak contact. I know they got the 2 runs off of him there in the 4th, but man, for not pitching for a week and then coming out and giving us 4 solid innings gave us a chance to win.
Like what Angel was able to do in that spot as a young guy, not letting the moment too big.
Yeah, I mean, Angel's been continuing to get big hits. Had a few in Detroit all year. He does the moment's not too big for Angel. He's got a slow heartbeat for the little bit amount of big league time that he has, and just couldn't be more proud of him to come through in that moment.
What can you say about his defense as well today?
Yeah, I thought we played really well on defense, but the throw, he just continues to know where to go with the ball, and he's accurate. It's a strong, accurate arm, and whether it's center field, second base, Angel just continues to play really well.
Do you have an update on Steve?
Oh yeah, Kwani. So he had some wrist discomfort, and so we just didn't want to take any chances. He kind of felt it on his swing, and we get 48 hours till our next game. We felt like it was the right call to just get him out of there, but he should be good to go on Friday.
Talked about Jose running it out hard, I think last night or one of these nights, but then Santana's been dealing with a hamstring. Just what does that say about your team when he's running that ball out, knowing that he's a little banged up?
Yep, these guys want to win. These guys want to win, and they know how to play winning baseball, and that's what makes me so proud to be a part of it. And we run hard 90s. We take the extra base, and sometimes you get thrown out because of it. So what? We're going to continue to put pressure and be aggressive.
Did you get any word on how Ciccone came out his pen and map out the rotation?
Yeah, it'll be Luis, Slade, and Gavin over the weekend.
Was Thomas available or I saw him? Okay.
No, we want to make sure that we get through this off day, find out exactly how severe this is and what the next course of action. So he probably could have, but I said no. Didn't want to risk some bigger injury.
And did Bo have a full day off too?
No, he was available.
In those situations where Austin came up there, played with the bases loaded, what was your thought process there?
Austin's a good hitter. Austin's on our team. He's part of our team, and there's times where we pinch hit, there's times where we don't. And, I have full faith in Austin to come through in these situations, and the pitcher's got him today.
Jose has been especially productive from the right side of the plate. Of course, he's always productive, but have you seen anything notable in terms of just that side?
No, I mean, Jose's one of the best hitters in the world. Righty Jose is the best hitter in the world. So it's not surprising when he's hitting right-handed.